Hi children, welcome to the class. Today we will discuss about chapter 18, No Place for Us, video 3, topic Some Years Later. So in the last two topics we discussed about how was the life of Jatra Bai in Mumbai city, then what was the reason for him moving from his Khedi village to another Sindhuri village. Now in this topic we are going to study about what made Jatra to move into Mumbai. Okay children, so take page number 171, some years later. Jatra stayed for a few years in Sindhuri. The children were also getting older, but Jatra's herd was not here in Sindhuri. He still missed his old Khedi. So we already talk about this, that Khedi village was where Jatra was born. He was very happily living there along with his friends. All the villagers, they had a very good life. Now he has moved to Sindhuri village because a dam was built in his place, and government's order, according to this order only they moved to Sindhuri village. Now the life was not at all happy there, even though they have provided lot of facilities, that was not enough for them and they suffered a lot. They were called unwanted guests by the people in the Sindhuri village. So Jatra was not happy. But now here the children, and now here we can see that the children all grown up. Jatra was lived in Sindhuri for some time. Now again he still missed his old Khedi village. Now is the Khedi village now, children? There is no Khedi village. The village has the dam, there was a dam came and the people all were evacuated. Now go to the next paragraph. But there was no Khedi now, there was a big dam and big lake of collective water in and around Khedi. So there is a dam and there is a big reservoir where water is stored. Jatra thought, if we are to be called unwanted guests, then at least let us go to some place where our dreams can come true. So Sindhuri village, Jatra was not at all happy, they were called unwanted guests. He feel insulted. So what he decided, it's better go to a town or a city where the life, all his dreams may come true. Much more facilities are available. Jatra sold his land and his animals and came to Mumbai. So Sindhuri village government has provided him a small land, he studied, but the land was not good for cultivation. There were rocks and stones, so nothing grown there properly. There were no place to keep his animals also properly. So what he has done, he sold his animals and land and shifted to the busy city, Mumbai. Here he started a new life with his family. His only dream was to send his children to school to give them a better future, a better life. So when people shift to urban areas or towns, their main dream is what? Better facilities for them, better living standards, okay, better life actually. So the Mumbai city can offer his children better school, then there will be better hospital facilities, better transportation facilities. So let us see how a city look like. So we all know, we all are living in cities, we know there is lot of facilities, there are lot of flats, all the different kinds of malls are there. So some complete entertainment, lot of facilities Jatra felt when he come to Mumbai. But what kind of a person was Jatra? He was an ordinary person who earns a very small amount of income. Okay, for him, is the life will be much better, much beautiful, children? Not possible, because in Mumbai he got a slum to live. Again, a small area where he has to adjust with his family members, a single room with a tin sheet. So that is also what is causing a lot of difficulty for Jatra. Now, when we come to cities, about urban life, when we say what all facilities we can say, there is better transportation, public transport is available, then education, get lot of schools and colleges are available, then entertainment also, they have lot of facilities. Entertainments are there in cities, and you can write about Better hospitals are available. Better hospitals are also available in cities. Now, Jatriya's life, let us continue. Here too, things were not easy, but he hoped that things would get better. So, comparing to Sinduri village, he thought life will be much better because he has moved into a town that is also Mumbai. Jatriya started saving money to repair his one-room shack. It's a small area where he lived, so he started saving his money for the purpose of repairing his small shack. His relatives would tell him, don't waste money on this, who knows, we may have to move from here too. Because you know, slums, sometimes the government will come and clear or evacuate people from slums also. So his relatives told him, no need to spend money on the shack you are living, where you are living now. In Mumbai, there is no place to stay for outsiders like us. Now what do you mean by this sentence? Those who have money, they have better facilities, of course. They can live in better flats, but for that you need lot of money. For people like us, people who are doing daily works or ordinary people, those who are doing small kinds of work, they don't have a place to live in a city like Mumbai because they are all living in slums. Slums can be evacuated. The government may ask people to move from there also. Jatriya was scared and worried. He thought, we left Khedi for Sinduri. We then left Sinduri for Mumbai. If we have to move from here too, then where can we go? In this big city, is there not even a small place for my family to stay? So children, when you go to metropolitan cities, you can see people are living in the roadside also. Okay, hawkers, those who pull rickshaws and all, they live on the footpaths. So the life in the cities are really difficult for those who are earning a little amount of money, the daily workers. So life was horrible. So Jatriya was really scared of his life over here also. Now there are two questions given here that we can do in the class. Now find out and write, do you know of any family that has come to your town after having moved out of their place? Talk to them and find out. From where have they come? Why did they have to come here? For my case, actually we moved to Calcutta. I went to my Calcutta, my hometown. Actually, I was in Calicut, then I went to Calcutta. For what purpose? My husband was employed there. So for job purpose, people move. Then what kind of place did they live in there? How do they find the new place compared to the old one? So place was much better. They had lot of facilities, as we said. But comparing to the old one, comparing to my place in Kerala, I was really scared actually, because the language was not known to me. We know Hindi, but we don't know their language. Bengali was not, we don't know about that language at all. So for 1 month it was really scary. We don't, going out was very difficult. So all these problems we face. Then the lifestyle also, the food habits of these people were totally different from ours. The food they eat is made out of mustard oil. So whatever we cook here was coconut oil and there was mustard oil. So the smell will make me feel like vomiting. So there was lot of problems we face when we go to another place, but again there were advantages also. Is their language and way of living any different from that of people here? In what ways? Language, of course, you know, there are different languages we speak in different states in India. Then different from the life of the people over there. Lifestyle is almost same. Okay, lifestyle is same, but since we don't know the language, food habits is almost same in these two places. They also have rice, staple food is rice. Then they eat fish like we people here, but mostly fresh fish, not like the sea fish we eat. They eat pond fish and different kinds of that fish, that fresh fish is available there. Then vegetables also all grown in the nearby villages, so that too was very good. The only thing, the problem is we don't understand the language, and we have an adjustment problem when we go to a new place. Learn some words from their language and write them in your notebook. So language, actually it was now living for 20 years means, you know, the language is very familiar now. So it was very happy to be a part of that society. Now I feel really proud to be living in Calcutta. It was a beautiful place after some time. When we start living there, you started enjoying their language, their food habits, their cultures, their festivals. They are all fun-loving people. So it's also known as city of joy. So really enjoyed a life over there. Now, do they know how to make some things that you cannot make? What? Of course, there are so many things they know. They were experts in certain field, which we were not aware of. But then we also try to learn from them. If we have started living in a particular area, we started enjoying their whatever they do and try to learn from them. Okay, so that happens. That is known as sharing our ideas and culture, which make us what we already studied. Yeah, India is a diverse nation. We have different languages, different food habits. Yes, so all this contribute to our life. It's add to our life. Have you ever read or heard of a city slum being removed? How do you feel about this? Of course, again slum, you can see a number of slums in metropolitan city like Calcutta. I have seen people were evacuated from areas, from footpaths and all slum regions. They were removed from the area, but after some time, like after 1 month, again they will come back, and that started settling. So these things you can see in the cities like Mumbai, Delhi and Calcutta. People also shift from one place to another when they get transferred in their jobs. How do they feel then? That was depends upon person to person. Yes, children, due to job factors, you people also may have moved from one place to another. Some people really enjoy moving from one place to another. They can learn more languages, food habits, cultures, their traditions, festivals. So you may be part of that society also. Okay. Now, feeling actually what will happen, you really miss your hometown, but again you started enjoying that area also. So for migration, or as we said, you people also when you grow up, you move from one place to another for job purposes, for education purposes, but still what we do, we come back to our own place after certain time. We all coming back to our place and start settling in our own area. Now, some people say that the city people do not create garbage, cities are dirty because of the slums. How do you feel about this? Yeah, when we see a city with a lot of slums, what we say that these people are making the area so dirty. Actually, is that their problem, children? They don't have any place to throw their garbage. They are living in that dirty place. It's not actually their problem. Actually, in cities, the density of population is very high. Number of people are living together. So there is no place to throw their garbage. They have to adjust in the small area. And this, here you can see the cleaning waste people who come to pick the waste from municipal corporations. They send people to collect waste. In cities, sometimes they may come after 2 weeks. In slums and all, they never go. So that makes the area so dirty. If number of people are living in a small area, what happens? All the garbages, waste will accumulate. Yes, so that create the area more dirty. It's not their mistake. Actually, we should provide more space for them. So that is not possible when they are living in cities itself. Okay, they are not willing to move from cities also because the work is there. They get lot of work if they are living in cities. If they go to the interior part of the interior part villages, if they shift, they have to come every day to the city for work purposes. That may again be expensive for them. So somehow or other, they try to live in the city itself. So they live on footpaths, they live on nearby bus stands and all. Wherever they get a small place, they live there. So that creates what? That makes the city unclean, it makes the city dirty. So that also we can discuss in the class. Hope you all understood the chapter well. Read the chapter very well, children. Thank you. Have a nice day.